Alhamdulillah, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. So we are starting or we are continuing our study of Surah Al-Ra'd. We started last time and we had a gap for Eid. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless all of us and bless the Hujjaj. And we are sorry to learn that some passed away because of the heat. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them and accept their Hajj. And those who are there, bring them back safe to their homes, to their families.
Ameen.
So we are starting, inshallah, from the ayah number 8 of Surah Al-Ra'd. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله يعلم ما تحمل كل أنثى وما تغيض الأرحام وما تزداد وكل شيء عنده بمقدار عالم الغيب والشهادة الكبير المتعال سواء منكم من أسر القول ومن جهر به ومن هو مستخف بالليل وسارب بالنهار. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the compassionate. Allah knows what every female bears and what the wombs decrease and what they increase. Everything with Him is according to a measure. Knower of the unseen and the seen, the great, the exalted. It is alike for Him, those among you who hide the speech and those who make it loud, and those who lurk by the night and those who walk out by the day. So as we mentioned last time that Surah talks in the beginning about Allah's wonderful creation. Different aspects of the creation were mentioned, but then in between there was a discussion about people who denying the Day of Judgment and denying that how it will be that the resurrection will take place. Now we're going back again to the theme that Allah has created many things for the benefit of humanity, and Allah is the great creator, Alim, Alim, and Qadir. So it starts with this: Allah knows what every female bears and what the wombs decrease and what they increase. So it's not that people who are walking on the earth, Allah knows them, but Allah knows them even before they came to the earth, when they were in the wombs of their mothers. So Allah knows that. And here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that Allah ya'lamu ma tahmilu kullu unsa. Every unsa. Allah did not say every imra. Imra is the woman, but unsa is a female. It could be male, human female or animal female. So that's a kullu unsa. Allah knows that. Ma tahmilu. Whatever it bears. So whatever it bears could be, it is male or female, zakar or unsa. But now people say that we know, even before the birth, we can find out that whether it is male or female. But again, there are many other aspects you don't know. Yes, it's possible that you learn that it's a male or female in the womb. But what kind of a person is? What size? Tall, short, heavy, slim, healthy, unhealthy? What color? What features of the face? Intelligent or not intelligent? Living long life or short life? All these things. Who knows? So yes, people can know something about gender, but there are so many aspects. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allahu ya'lamu ma tahmilu kullu unsa. Allah knows whatever every unsa, every female carries, whatever every female bears. And Allah knows وَمَا تَغِيضُ الْأَرْحَامُ وَمَا تَزْدَادُ. Allah knows what the wombs decrease and what wombs increase. So Allah knows that. It is possible that will be there is a pregnancy, but then there will be miscarriage. So wombs decrease that. It will go away. It is possible that the birth take place before 9 months, or number of other things can happen. So Allah knows, وَمَا تَغِيدُ الْأَرْحَامُ. What does wombs decrease? وَمَا تَزْدَادُ. And what they increase? Is it a single child? It is a twin? It's a triplet? Only Allah knows. And then also whether the term will be 9 months or more than 9 months. Possible that when the birth takes place after 9 months, whatever length of time, only Allah knows that. So وَمَا تَغِيدُ الْأَرْحَامُ وَمَا تَزْدَادُ. Allah knows that about every person, every female, every birth that takes place, Allah is aware of that. In the Qur'an, Inna Allah indahu ilmu as-sa'a. In Surah Luqman, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Inna Allah indahu ilmu as-sa'a wa yunazzilu al-ghayth wa ya'lamu ma fil arham. Allah knows the hour, the time of the last hour. Allah knows the rain. He's the one who brings down the rain. And He knows what is in the wombs. وَيَعْلَمُ مَا فِي الْأَرْحَامِ. So He says, Allah يَعْلَمُ مَا تَحْمِلُ كُلُّ أُنْثَى. And Allah says in another place that Allah knows when pregnancy takes place and when the birth will take place. Allah knows that. This is all in the knowledge of Allah. Allah has knowledge of everything. كُلُّ شَيْءٍ عِنْدَهُ بِمِقْدَارٍ. And everything is according to a measure. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a plan for everything. And everything happens by His plan. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made the human being and made them male and female, and then there is proportion of the males and females. It is not that they are all in some place, in some area, some time. Everybody is born male. No, males and females, there's a mixture takes place. So there is some kind of a proportion here between the males and females. فَكُلُّ شَيْءٍ عِنْدَهُ بِمِقْدَارٍ. He has prepared this plan. This is the way how the humanity is going to be. And other creations also. Animals, the same thing. عَالِمُ الْغَيْبِ وَالشَّهَادَةِ الْكَبِيرُ الْمُتَعَالِ. The knower of this, the unseen and seen. He knows everything, whether it is something visible or something invisible. He's the creator of the invisible and the visible. So there are a lot of things we see, but there are many things, much more that we do not see. And we have no way of seeing them. They're beyond our perception, beyond our vision. So alimul ghaib. And some of the ghaib you will never be able to see in this world. That means the akhirah, Jannah, and the hell, the angels of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we don't see them. So alimul ghayb wa shahada, and whatever is visible, Allah knows visible and invisible. Al-Kabir, the great. Allahu Akbar. The great, there is no one who greater than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Al-Muta'al, Ulu, Ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Al-Muta'al, the exalted, the great and the exalted. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned about His knowledge. It is the same. Sawa, it is the same. Some of you speak loud and some of you speak quietly. Man asarra al-qawla wa man jahara bih. You can speak in secret, in whisper, and say something. Allah knows it. Wa man jahara bih, and somebody is loud. So it doesn't make any difference to Allah whether you are speaking loud or you are speaking quietly. You are speaking loudly or you are not speaking loudly. He knows everything. He knows, as the ulama say, he knows دبيب النمل على الصخرة الصماء في الليلة الظلماء. He knows the creeping of the ant on a rock from which the sound would not come. In a dark night, he knows that the ant is moving there. So he's aware of the movement of the ant and sound of the ants walking on a rock during the night, dark night. الصخرة الصماء في الليلة الظلماء. And ومن هو مستخف بالليل, hidden during the night, darkness of the night, or walking out in the dark, in the daylight. So whether it's the daylight or nighttime, whether it's quiet or loud, whatever, Allah is aware of that. سواء منكم من أسر القول ومن جهر به. His knowledge, his seeing, his vision, his qudra, his power, all of this there. So everyone who is on the face of this earth, Allah knows before they came. Before they came, and then during their pregnancy, and then after that, everything is under His knowledge. So Allah's knowledge is infinite. له معقبات من بين يديه ومن خلفه يحفظونه من أمر الله إن الله لا يغير ما بقوم حتى يغيروا ما بأنفسهم وإذا أراد الله بقوم سوءا فلا مرد له وما لهم من دونه من وال والذي يريكم البرق خوفا وطمعا وينشئ السحاب الثقال ويسبح الرعد بحمده والملائكة من خيفته ويرسل الصواعق فيصيب بها من يشاء وهم يجادلون في الله وهو شديد المحال. For him are guardian angels in front of him and behind him, guarding him under Allah's command. Truly Allah alters not what is in a people until they alter what is in themselves. And when Allah intends evil for a people, there is none who can ward it off. And apart from Him, they have no protector. He it is who shows you lightning with fear and hope, and He raises up the heavy clouds. The thunder extols Him by His praise, as do the angels in awe of Him. He sends forth the thunderbolt and strikes with it whomsoever He will. And they are disputing about Allah, and He is strong in might. So this human being, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the previous ayah, that is سواء منكم من أسر القول ومن جهر به. Anyone, whether he is speaking loud or speaking quietly, or walking at night or during the day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, له معقبات من بين يديه ومن خلفه. Every person has some angels, معقبات, and these معقبات يتعاقبون فيكم بالليل والنهار. They come again and they take their shifts. Some angels during the daytime, some in the evening time, night time. So this is يتعاقبون فيكم بالليل والنهار. The hadith say of the Prophet says, معقبات. These are the guardians. And every human being has a guardians on the right side, the left side, in front of him, behind him. من بين يديه ومن خلفه. In front of him and behind him. And they are the one protecting him, guarding him. There are so many things that you do, you don't know what will happen. In moments, you can get an accident, a problem. So he has some of the guardians. Sometimes you say, "Oh, I'm safe." Of course, sometimes it doesn't happen. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one, everything happened by him. Min amrillah, by the command of Allah. له معقبات من بين يديه من خلفه يحفظونه من أمر الله. This is a blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that we are protected from every side. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us. We say, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم اللهم احفظنا من كل سوء اللهم احفظنا من كل سوء ومن كل بلاء ومن كل شر ومن كل داء. We ask Allah to protect us. So real protectors are from Allah. And these are the guardian angels. له معقبات من بين يديه ومن خلفه يحفظونه من أمر الله. And these are blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we have. إن الله لا يغير ما بقوم حتى يغيروا ما بأنفسهم. Allah does not change the condition of a people until they change what is in them. That means Allah's blessings do not change. Allah's mercy does not go away. Allah's favors do not go away until people start behaving in the wrong way and committing sin and denying Allah. Once they do that, sometimes Allah wants to take away this protective cover. So this protective cover is there always. Everybody has that. But sometimes it is not there. And one has to see that by mistakes, by sin, by the wrongdoings, by rebellion, by transgression, all of these things. Inna Allah la yughayyiru ma biqawm. Sometimes people misunderstand this ayah and they think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala changed a good condition into bad condition. And bad condition cannot be changed until we change ourselves. But that's not what is said here. It says, Inna Allah la yughayyiru ma biqawm hatta yughayyiru ma bi anfusihim. Allah does not change, does not alter the condition of a people until they alter what is in them. In Surah Al-Anfal, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّ اللَّهَ لَمْ يَكُنْ مُغَيِّرًا نِعْمَةً أَنْعَمَهَا عَلَىٰ قَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُوا مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. So this explained in Surah Al-Anfal. That is because Allah will not take away the favor and the blessing from a people until they change themselves. The favor is there. Initially there is favor, there is blessing. But the blessing can change and go away into tragedy and difficulty. As you call it, ni'mah can change into niqmah. Ni'mah is favor. Niqmah is anger, the wrath of Allah. Human beings are under the cover of Allah, in the ni'mah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But sometimes this goes away because of the wrongdoings. So, ذلك بأن الله لم يكن مغيرا نعمة أنعمها على قوم حتى يغيروا ما بأنفسهم. In Surah Al-Anfal, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, here Allah says, إن الله لا يغير ما بقوم حتى يغيروا ما بأنفسهم. Generally, people, when they in their speeches and all those things, they try to tell the people, motivate the people, do good things. We are in terrible situation, and this terrible situation will not change until we start doing the right thing. It is true. Yeah, we have to do that. But the ayah here is saying, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِقَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. Generally, we are in favor of Allah and the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, unless we ourselves start misbehaving. And when we misbehave, then the problem comes. ذلك بأن الله لم يكن مغيرا نعمة أنعمها على قوم حتى يغيروا ما بأنفسهم. As mentioned in Surah Al-Anfal, Surah number 8. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَإِذَا أَرَادَ اللَّهُ بِقَوْمٍ سُوءًا فَلَا مَرَدَّ لَهُ. If Allah wants to do something terrible, if Allah wants to punish people, nobody can change that. If Allah wants to bring some evil upon the people, nobody can take it, turn it away. وَمَا لَهُم مِّن دُونِهِ مِن وَالٍ, and there is no protector for them other than Allah. Apart from Allah, there is no protector. One should ask Allah, oh Allah, protect us. Allah waliyul ladina amanu. Allah is the protector of those who believe. So, oh Allah, keep us under your protection and save us from difficulties and problems and things. And Allah says, هو الذي يريكم البرق خوفا وطمعا وينشئ السحاب الثقال. You know, in this surah, very strong surah, there is a great emphasis on the power of Allah, the majesty of Allah, the great creative power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So He is the one who shows you lightning, thunder, lightning. خوفا وطمعا. When you see that, sometimes you are scared. A strong lightning, a strong thunder. خوفا وطمعا. Tama, yes, it is going to bring rain, which will be good for the cultivation, for the vegetables and all those things. So dry land, and suddenly you see the cloud comes, and there is thunder, a storm, and then the rain comes down. So خوفا وطمعا. There is hope. It may be a strike, something, a thunderbolt might be, but it brings rain. خوفا وطمعا. And through this, ينشئ السحاب الثقال, and He raises up the heavy clouds. This heavy cloud loaded with water, tons of water, gallons of water, it comes carried by the wind, goes up, and then it goes all over, and then after that it comes down, pours as rain. ينشئ السحاب الثقال. And I say, وَيُسَبِّحُ الرَّعْدُ بِحَمْدِهِ. When you hear the thunder, it is praising Allah, singing Allah's praise. يُسَبِّحُ الرَّعْدُ بِحَمْدِهِ. The thunder extols Him by His praise. It is strong, but at the same time, it is telling you that there is a Creator, there is a Lord, and it follows the Lord's command. So Raj is the praise of Allah. How they do it? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Qur'an, كُلٌّ قَدْ عَلِمَ صَلَاتَهُ وَتَصْبِيحَهُ وَإِن مِّن شَيْءٍ إِلَّا يُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِهِ. There is nothing except it praises Allah. Everything is praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And everybody knows how to make the prayer and how to make the praise. كُلٌّ قَدْ عَلِمَ صَلَاتَهُ وَتَصْبِيحَهُ. Everyone knows his or her its salat, and its tasbih. The tasbih of everything, every creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hymns of His praise. Sabbihul Rad, and the hymns and the praise of Allah, and the glory of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they do that. Wal malaikatu min khifati. And the mighty angels of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they are scared of Him. They do that, praise Him out of fear. They say, Subuhun, Subuhun, Subuh. Glory be to you, glory be to you, glory be to you. And why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala min khifati? Because people used to worship angels, and they think that angels are gods. Allah says, Allah, my angels are afraid of Allah. Angels fear Allah. And this fear is the fear of respect and honor, understanding Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So human beings worship angels, but actually angels do not like this kind of worship. Angels say, no, worship Allah, our Creator. We are creatures of Allah. We are nothing in comparison to Allah. So this is وَيُسَبِّحُ الرَّعْدُ بِحَمْدِهِ وَالْمَلَائِكَةُ مِنْ خِيفَتِهِ وَيُرْسِلُ الصَّوَاعِقَ. And Allah sends forth the thunderbolt, and it strikes with it whomsoever He will. The thunderbolt sometimes comes and it strikes people, strikes the areas. And sometimes it comes upon the people who are denying Allah, or disputing about Allah. وَهُوَ شَدِيدُ الْمِحَالِ, and He is powerful, mighty. Mihal, the one in the quwwah wal hila. Shadid in his quwwah and shadid in his plan, in his execution of the plans. وَهُوَ شَدِيدُ الْمِحَالِ, He is strong in mighty. له دعوة الحق والذين يدعون من دونه لا يستجيبون لهم بشيء إلا كباسط كفيه إلى الماء ليبلغ فاه وما هو ببالغه وما دعاء الكافرين إلا في ضلال ولله يسجد من في السماوات والأرض طوعا وكرها وظلالهم بالغدو والآصال. For him is the supplication of truth, and those to whom they supplicate apart from him answer them not in anything, save as one who stretches forth his palms towards water, that it may reach his mouth, and it cannot reach him. The supplication of the disbelievers are not but stray, and to Allah prostrate whatever is in the heavens and the earth, willingly or unwillingly, as do their shadows in the morning and the evening. To lahu da'watul haqq, the real prayer, the true prayer belongs to Allah. If you want to pray in the right way, in an authentic way, in the proper way, pray to Allah. The prayer of haqq is to Allah, for Allah. Lahu da'watul haqq. And any other dua, any other prayer is not the right way of doing it. وَالَّذِينَ يَدْعُونَ مِن دُونِهِ, and those who supplicate towards others, to their idols, to their false deities, and they pray to them, they will not get answer. لَا يَسْتَجِيبُونَ لَهُمْ بِشَيْءٍ. They will not give them answer. It is like somebody stands in front of water and stretching his hand, water, come to my mouth and make me satisfied. So praying to the water. Water cannot come to his mouth by praying to the water. Or going to a well and saying, oh water, come, come, oh water, come. إلا كباسط كفيه إلى الماء ليبلغ فاه وما هو ببالغه. So they are directing their prayers to the wrong place. Ask Allah to give you the water, and Allah will give you the water. But going to a river, going to say, this river is God, people go and they think that the rivers are gods. There's the sacred river we have in India. People go to Ganga and Jamna and they pray to Ganga. Gangaji, give us the water, give us this thing. No, this is not right. Pray to the Lord of Jamna, Lord of Ganga, the creator of Ganga, the creator of Jamna. Even to Zamzam, you don't pray to Zamzam. You pray and then drink Zamzam, or you drink Zamzam and pray to Allah. But don't pray to Zamzam. So it is blessed water, but it is not God, it is not divine. Divine, Allah, only Allah is God. So it is very important to do that, because those who do that, their dua is in dalal. This dalal is wrong dua. It's not the proper dua. وَمَا دُعَاءُ الْكَافِرِينَ إِلَّا فِي ضَلَالٍ. The kafir's dua, the dua of the kafirs is wrong, except in error, mistake. The dua must be only for Allah. That is, we seek refuge from Allah, refuge of Allah from shaitan. And we take blessings from Allah. And we seek Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy and kindness and all those things. So pray only to Allah. Lahu da'watul haqq. Because everything, he is the creator of everything. He is the knower of everything. He has the power for everything. وَلِلَّهِ يَسْجُدُ مَنْ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ طَوْعًا وَكَرْهًا وَظِلَالُهُمْ بِالْغُدُوِّ وَالْآصَالِ. And to Allah prostrate whatever is in the heavens and the earth, willingly or unwillingly, as do their shadows in the morning and the evening. So everything is him, everything hymns his praise. يُسَبِّحُ الرَّعْدُ بِحَمْدِهِ وَالْمَلَائِكَةُ مِنْ خِيفَتِهِ. Everybody is doing that, and everybody is prostrating to Allah. Prostration literally is putting your head on the ground. But prostration also means submission, obeisance. That is obeying the command. Everything obey the command of Allah. Whether we see or we don't see, we understand, we don't understand, but they are under the command. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has wanted them to do, they will do it. So there is a submission to Allah by nature, because the nature follows the command of Allah. But then there is a submission to Allah by will, by irada, and that is given to the human beings, freedom of the will. So therefore, some human beings, they submit to Allah, and some human beings don't submit to Allah. And some human beings submit to Allah willingly, and some submit to Allah unwillingly, but still they submit. Even the kafir, in many things, submit to Allah. He cannot change the plan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala about how his blood is going to move, how his breath is going to come, how his liver is going to function, how his heart is going to function. They are all function the way Allah wanted them to function. He cannot change it. He can say, I'm not going to use my heart for pumping the blood, but I'm not going to use my eye to see. I want to see through my nose. Or I want to smell through my eye. I'm not going to use that. No, but Allah has created it that way. Whatever the way Allah has created the eye, Allah has created the nose, Allah has created your blood flow, your heart, your liver, all of these things. Everything is functioning according to the will of Allah. So in a sense, everybody is Muslim. The whole universe is Muslim. وَلِلَّهِ أَسْلَمَ مَنْ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ طَوْعًا وَكَرْهًا. Everything is under the command of Allah, in obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those who are conscious of that, they do it willingly. But those who are not, they are willy-nilly, they are under the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَظِلَالُهُمْ بِالْغُدُوِّ وَالْآصَالِ. And even their shadows, they prostrate to Allah. If somebody says, no, I'm not going to make my shadow prostrate. I'm not going to have the shadow fall on the earth. What are you going to do? It is going to be. In the morning and in the evenings, shadow is there. Sometime on the right side, sometime on the left side. It grows and it gets small. All of these things is وَظِلَالُهُمْ بِالْغُدُوِّ وَالْآصَالِ. Even the most stubborn disbeliever and atheist, he can stop his shadow from making sajda. The shadow is making sajda. Even a kafir's shadow is making sajda. وَظِلَالُهُمْ بِالْغُدُوِّ وَالْآصَالِ. Ghudu and asal. Asal, asil, plural of asil. Evenings. So morning times and evening times. These are the times when we have our prayers, Fajr prayer, and then after that, Zuhr, Asr, and Maghrib prayer, and Isha prayer. So all of these are explained by the Sunnah of the Prophet. So, وَظِلَالُهُمْ بِالْغُدُوِّ وَالْآصَالِ. And their shadows in the morning and the evenings. قل من رب السماوات والأرض قل الله قل فاتخذتم من دونه أولياء لا يملكون لأنفسهم نفعا ولا ضرا قل هل يستوي الأعمى والبصير أم هل تستوي الظلمات والنور أم جعلوا لله شركاء خلقوا كخلقه فتشابه الخلق عليهم قل الله خالق كل شيء وهو الواحد القهار. Very powerful way of, 5 times Allah says, قل قل قل, say O Prophet, say O Prophet. In this one ayah, 5 times, قل. Tell them. قل من رب السماوات والأرض. Ask them, tell them, who is the Lord of the heavens and the earth? Then tell them, Allah. Even if they don't say, Jews say, قل الله. And then say, أَفَاتَّخَذْتُم مِّن دُونِهِ أَوْلِيَاءَ. Have you taken other partners and protectors other than Him? They don't control even their own selves. They don't control even their own destiny. لا يملكون لأنفسهم نفعا ولا ضرا. Those whom you call gods, worship them, they cannot help you because they cannot help themselves. They cannot bring any benefit or any loss. قل هل يستوي الأعمى والبصير. Tell them, are the blind and the seeing equal? Blind and seeing means those who are spiritually blind. This is the real. إنها لا تعمل الأبصار ولكن تعمل القلوب التي في الصدور. It is not the eyes that get blind. It is the heart that get blind. That they don't see the reality. So قل هل يستوي الأعمى والبصير. So those who have the vision, those who can see the reality and understand, they are the one. And they are not equal to those who act like blind people. They are blind to their spiritual eyes are blind. Their hearts are blind. They cannot see the reality. And they and seeing people are not the same. So there is a visionary. There is people who have understanding. And there are people who just don't understand. They walk like animals. لهم قلوب لا يبصرون لا يفقهون بها ولهم أعين لا يبصرون بها ولهم آذان لا يسمعون بها. They have eyes but they don't see. They have ears but they don't hear. They have a heart but they don't understand. أولئك كالأنعام بل هم أضل. They're like cattle. Actually worse than cattle. So that's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says. قُلْ هَلْ يَسْتَوِي الْأَعْمَى وَالْبَصِيرُ. O Prophet, tell them, the seeing and the blind, are they equal? The darkness and the light, is it equal? هَلْ تَسْتَوِي الظُّلُمَاتُ وَالنُّورُ. And why they are in confusion? Do they think there are other creators who have created something and now they are confused which one is created by others and which one is created by Allah? أَمْ جَعَلُوا لِلَّهِ شُرَكَاءَ خَلَقُوا خَلْقِهِ. They have made partners for Allah who have created like His creation. فَتَشَابَهَ الْخَلْقُ عَلَيْهِمْ. So it has become confusing for them and they don't understand. Is God's creation or other people's creation? Are they Arabs? Actually, they did not, they believe that there is a God. There is Allah. There is one creator. They believe in that. So they were not atheists. They were polytheists. They believe in many gods. So, but they believe in God. And they believe that ultimately there is one God. So when you tell them who did that, مَنْ خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضَ, they will say Allah. Allah is the one who created. But they used to do shirk. You consider that He has partners and He has associates. And there are some small gods. You have to go there and they will help you to reach to the higher God. So Allah says, so tell them, Allah, khaliq kulli shay. Allah is the creator of everything. Everything is created by Allah. There is no creator except Allah. There is no Lord except Allah. And He is Al-Wahid Al-Qahhar. He is one alone and irresistible, powerful, overwhelming. Qahhar, from Qahir, وهو القاهر فوق عباده. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has control over everyone, everything. وهو الواحد القهار. He is alone by himself and majestic, glorious, irresistible, powerful, overwhelming. That is the meaning of قهار. وهو الواحد القهار. سبحانه وتعالى. أنزل من السماء ماء فسالت أودية بقدرها واحتمل السيل زبدا رابيا ومما يوقدون عليه في النار ابتغاء حلية أو متاع زبد مثله كذلك يضرب الله الحق والباطل فأما الزبد فيذهب جفاء وأما ما ينفع الناس فيمكث في الأرض كذلك يضرب الله الأمثال. He sends water from the sky and the river beds overflow, each according to its measure. The stream carries on its surface a growing layer of froth, like the froth that appears when people kindle the fire to make ornaments or tools. Thus Allah strikes the truth and falsehood. As for the froth, it goes away as dross, but as for that which benefits people, it remains on the earth. Thus Allah sets forth the parables. Beautiful parables given here. He said, look, when the water comes down from the sky and a lot of water, and there is some flood. On the surface of the flood, there is froth. There's rubbish and dirt that comes out on the face of the earth, on the surface of the water, because flood carries all these things. And then it goes away. What stays? The stays is the water and its fertilization and development, and from there the growth comes. In a similar way, when you want to make ornament, gold, or you want to make it from iron or something else, you want to make it, you heat it and kindle it on the fire. And of the heat, that some of the dirt will come out, and then the purification comes for the gold. So there is zabad, the ghusa, there's rubbish on the surface, and that will go away. And what's going to stay is that which is going to help the people, benefit the people, that which is expensive, that which will become. So in a similar way, haqq is coming. The power of haqq is coming. It's like a flood of wahi that is coming from above. And then people are against, standing up like rubbish, like dirt that's coming out. And they're trying to overwhelm people. But Allah said to the Prophet, don't worry, this rubbish is going to go away. This is not going to stay for too long. Don't be deceived by that, because it is all over. You can see that all over the water. That's the rubbish. But the rubbish is not going to stay. It will go away. It will be flushed out. What is going to stay is that which is beneficial. So be the beneficial people. Don't become like a ghusa. A ghusa is said. The Prophet said about, he said, a time will come when you will be, the nations are going to attack on you. Just like hungry people come to the bowl of soup. And they say, أَوَمِنْ قِلَّةٍ ذَلِكَ يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ. Is it because of our number will be small? The Prophet said, no. بَلْ أَنْتُمْ غُسَاء كَغُسَاءِ السَّيْلِ. You will be like a froth that comes from on the flood, like rubbish on the face of the flood. So you will be in large number, but it's all ghusa. not something weighty, something good, beneficial for yourself, for the people, for the world. بل أنتم غثاء كغثاء السيل. You will be large in number, billions, but you will lose your effectiveness. So you will become like froth. بل أنتم غثاء كغثاء السيل. So the Sahaba asked, why it will be that? And the Prophet said, because you will love the world too much. And you will not prepare yourself for the death and the day of judgment. So this is, you won't think about that. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us from that. That which will benefit people, it remains on the earth. And thus Allah sets forth the parable. كَذَلِكَ يَضْرِبُ اللَّهُ الْأَمْثَالِ. This is the way Allah giving the amsal. The examples are given. So you see that from this example, what is the right way, what is not the right way. And then finally, the ayah number 18, لِلَّذِينَ اسْتَجَابُوا لِرَبِّهِمُ الْحُسْنَى وَالَّذِينَ لَمْ يَسْتَجِيبُوا لَهُ لَوْ أَنَّ لَهُم مَّا فِي الْأَرْضِ جَمِيعًا وَمِثْلَهُ مَعَهُ لَافْتَدَوْا بِهِ أُولَٰئِكَ لَهُمْ سُوءُ الْحِسَابِ وَمَأْوَاهُمْ جَهَنَّمُ وَبِئْسَ الْمِهَادُ. For those who respond to their Lord will be the beautiful reward. But those who do not respond to Him, even if they possess all that the earth contains, and twice as much, they would offer it as ransom to redeem themselves from punishment. For them will be the terrible reckoning. Hell will be their refuge, and what an evil resting place. So those who respond to Allah, istajabu, those who listen to the call of Allah and they answer that call, for them is husna, great reward for them. And those who do not, then the time will come when they will want to offer anything to save themselves. Even if the whole world they were able to give up, and another world like that, they will give it as a fidya, it will not be accepted. Because time is here. Yeah, you're not asked to give the whole world. You're asked to give something, little thing. To obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, give a little sadaqah, kharat, zakat. But you're finding it difficult. The time will come when you will say, I wish I had the whole world, I will give it. To save your neck from the hellfire. لَافْتَدَوْا بِهِ. Allah says, أُولَٰئِكَ لَهُمْ سُوءُ الْحِسَابِ. They have a terrible judgment. وَمَأْوَاهُمْ جَهَنَّمْ. And the place will be Jahannam. وَبِئْسَ الْمِهَادِ. And it's a very terrible place to stay and to take rest. Or mihad, it could be the bed. It's a very bad, a terrible bed to lie on. Jahannam is terrible. Allah save us from that. So you can see that in section number 2, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about His blessings, His favors, His power, His majesty, His knowledge, and demand that people should behave and listen and change themselves and correct themselves. Inshallah, we'll take some questions. Yeah, about 10 minutes. Fadal.
On ayat 15, can you expand a bit more that submit willingly or unwillingly?
Yeah.
So the unwillingly is just basically the things you like your heart beating, right? Your heart is beating. That also means you submit, but you just don't know it, right?
Heart is beating,
yeah,
according to the plan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But the heart of understanding, the heart of Iman is not there. So there is the will is not there, even though the body is moving.
So that's what meant with submit unwillingly.
Yeah.
Just your body is moving, your organs are functioning. That is also a form of submission, but unwillingly, basically, or unaware.
Islamic position is that the whole universe is submitting to Allah. وَلِلَّهِ أَسْلَمَ مَنْ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ.
Everything
in the heaven and the earth is submitting to Allah. And many human beings do that. But they are some who don't. Yeah. The Islam is
That's all.
Islam of believers.
Same ayah 15, bil khudubwe wal asal. The word khudubwe is a plural or singular?
Although the word is plural, but it is used as a jins. That means because the plural of ghudu, al-ghuduwat,
Khudawat, I see. Okay.
is not powerful Arabic. So ghudu is used in that sense. Morning,
I see.
evenings. Asal is the plural. Asal
Yes,
is
yeah.
وَسَبِّحُوا بُكْرَةً وَأَصِيلًا. In one place, وَسَبِّحُوا بُكْرَةً وَأَصِيلًا. And praise him in the morning and in the evening.
So Ghudu used as a isme jins here.
Yeah, jins, yeah.
I see. Okay, but it's singular.
But it is, of course, understood that there is mornings, not just one morning.
One morning. But the word itself is a singular. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay, Jazakallah.
Anybody else?
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
That's regarding the shadow making sajda. So the people of the science will say, what is so big deal? The sun is in this side, so the shadow is on this side. If sun is on the other side, the shadow is also going that side. So what is the spiritual significance when it says the shadows is also making sajda?
Yeah, I mean, there is a physical eye that sees that, but there is a spiritual eye that sees something more than that. In the creation, people just say, oh, yeah, this is natural, this is natural. But there is somebody who has a deeper vision, deeper understanding, insight. They realize something more than that. So physical eyes, yes, they don't see anything there. But you have to have a spiritual eye. You have to realize that behind the creation, there is a creator. And this whole thing, everywhere you go, you see that. I mean, you go into the garden and you see the birds are singing. And you say birds are singing, but you don't know these birds are singing. Actually, they are praising God. And you go and you see that the wind is there and the leaves are making noise. And how do you know the trees are praising God? Some people say that. Some people understand that. But there are some people say, no, nothing. It's just the wind. It's just wind. So there is the realities. And there is a different way of looking at the reality. The eye of faith, I mean, it's like a lover. Lover sees everything and has a different way of looking at things. Majnun sees Layla and he has a different eye. And he's fascinated. But if somebody else will say, so, ordinary woman, what is this? Nothing. So this is the reality. The reality, you have to see that. The different ways of looking at things. So you have to look at the creation as the handiwork of the Creator. And everything you see the hand of Allah. وَفِي كُلِّ شَيْءٍ لَهُ آيَةٌ. In everything there is a sign. تَدُلُّ عَلَى أَنَّهُ وَاحِدٌ. And he's saying that he is one. He's one. He's the Creator. And this eye is the eye of faith, eye of Iman, an eye of love of Allah. You see that?
You talk about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings the rain down and floods to bring the rain up. That means that I guess disbelief in what light. Then when he sustains, he knows already those that believe. Because in other words, I was listening to what you're saying is that we'll say if there was a certain amount of believers and disbelievers, that foam erases that disbelievers, he only sustains for those that believe. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, there's an example is given here, the parable. This is Allahu al-Amsal. That is, when the flood comes, there is a foam. Foam is temporary. Foam goes away. But a lot of useful things, they stay.
So the useful things is what I'm saying is not for the disbelievers, but for the mu'mineen, right? The useful things.
Yeah. Correct. The believer should be that way, heavy people,
Yeah, because
not froth.
because I know
Not
those
foam.
in the Imakathir, the one that subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said, I forget what ayah it is. He said, you didn't create all this for the disbelievers, you only created all this for the mu'mineen.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking.
So the point is that one should be, they should not be al-ghusaiya. They call it the ghusaiya, the foamness. But try to be the real. Try to be heavy people. Those who are weight, who have weight and who bring benefit.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, anybody else? I see that there was some movement. Someone was raising.
Okay, that's one more question. Like mislehi, you said twice the number, twice or just like it?
Like it, mislahu ma'a, and make it
Yeah.
double.
Or make it double?
They have
What?
earth and they have other thing like it. So it will be double.
Yeah, no, when we say double, means if we have a earth full of gold,
Yeah,
it
but it's
means
like,
double of it.
like it, mislahu ma'a.
Ah.
Lafadawbi.
Means just like it.
No,
I see. Okay,
like it.
thank you.
أن لهم ما في الأرض جميعا ومثله معه لافتدوا به.
Yeah,
Yeah, and like it. Yeah, okay.
like it. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Okay. So,
Okay.
Dr. Sahab, as you heard, Brother Masood Nasimi, father passed away in Indiana. So please remember him in your du'as, inshallah.
اللهم اغفر له وارحمه يا MashaAllah, a great brother, has done a lot of work, MashaAllah. Even in his last days of his life, it was, I think it was almost 90 or 100. 104, MashaAllah. But even at this age, he was working and writing, and MashaAllah. Allah bless him. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. رب اغفر وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين. اللهم اشف مرضانا وارحم موتانا وخذ الصالحات أعمالنا. صلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين برحمتك.
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. جزاك الله.